What's up, everyone? Welcome to the Power Play with CJ. Today I'm going to focus in on the Ryan Miller St. Louis trade. Ryan Miller and Steve Ott going to the Blues in exchange for a first-round pick in 2015, a third-round pick in 2016, Yaroslav Halak, Chris Stewart, and William Carrier. Guys, you saw what I just posted on Instagram. I was mid-stride on the treadmill. Had to get off, run back upstairs. The treadmill might still be running, but I want to get a piece done ASAP so you guys can know my thoughts on the matter. Obviously, Buffalo has been looking to acquire as many picks as possible. They could have up to 3 in the first round this year. I think the Islanders are going to hold on to it, so they'll have essentially their own pick this year, which probably could be the top pick, and then realistically 3 picks next year, and then they've had 2 picks each of the last 4 years. So that's something like 8 first-round picks in 4 years, 5 years. So that's in 4 years, so that's definitely a good sign if you're trying to rebuild the team. They've got some amazing prospects in the organization. William Carrier fell to the Blues in the second round. I love his game personally. I think he's got some power forward upside, and Buffalo got some meat in the organization. Chris Stewart's a hell of a player, but they bring in Steve Ott, St. Louis. We'll get to that in a second. That's one part I don't like. Ott's not an upgrade over Chris Stewart. Whatever way you crack it, I like Chris Stewart's game. I love power forwards. Steve Ott is what he is. I know he's a captain of Buffalo, but let's look at it from this point of view. He's sandpaper. He's tough to play against. That's what you need in the playoffs. And maybe they gave up a little bit too much for him, but they needed Miller. Miller's a better goalie than Halak, plain and simple. Halak's not that bad at all. I think he's a very good goalie. I think he'll do well in Buffalo. He'll do okay in Buffalo, I should say. But I think both of them are better, in the way they want to be. I think the St. Louis Blues were looking to get better this year, and I think they did that. And I think the Buffalo Sabres, per usual, were trying to continue the rebuilding process, and the rebuilding process has been doing well. And you look at it from the ownership point of view, they want a winner, and they're willing to trade guys to get those picks back and eventually go forward with the rebuilding process. I thought they had one of the best drafts in hockey this year, getting 2 very good first-round picks, Rasmus Ristolainen, Nikita Zadorov, and then Connor Hurley, Comfer, a couple other guys in the second round, and front of the power play, Anthony Florentino in the 5th or 6th round. So that went pretty well. But for St. Louis' sake, they upgraded their goaltending position, much like last year. They upgraded the blue line with Jay Bomeister, and I'm not exactly ready to pencil them into the finals because I think it's a tough Western Conference, but I can see them beating Chicago. I don't see anyone beating Anaheim this year. Now I say that, and Anaheim could lose the first round, but I think they have as good a chance to win the Western Conference as they have been. They've been a team on the rise for the last 3 years, and they understand that now is the time to stand and deliver and get it done when the postseason matters. And I'd love to see where Ott gets slotted in that team because they got guys like Morrow, like David Backes that are tough to play against. So, and I think that the team is as confident as they ever have been. Despite Team USA's disappointment in Sochi, I think obviously Miller played well the one game he played. Backes was effective and really made a difference in a lot of animals. And it goes without saying, TJ Sochi became a household name. So I think this could be a win-win for both sides. Chris Stewart, is getting a fresh start in Buffalo, and I think he'll do well up there, and he'll be a fan favorite with his physicality. And I think William Carrier could possibly be the best player in this trade. So we'll see what happens. That's all. It's episode of the Power Play with CJ. If anything happens overnight, supposedly there was another deal with Ottawa as a third team, but nothing yet. So that's all I got. Later, guys.